Hey everyone, welcome back to KTSC Sports Talk with your host Justin P. Here we talk about all major sports: the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB. We talk about NASCAR, golf, tennis, professional boxing, professional wrestling, UFC, NCAA men's and women's sports, and lacrosse. Uh, this channel is open to everyone, no matter what fan you are. If you're a fan of the NBA, NFL, you're welcome. You're a fan of MLB, you're welcome. No matter the team as well, you all are welcome here to chime in and talk some good football and basketball and lacrosse and baseball with us all. So, if you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on the side, and scroll up and hit all, where you can get all my latest videos and latest content to your cell phones and to your emails. Today, I'm going to break down tomorrow's games. I didn't get into it last week because I was too busy doing other games. So I'm going to start with Chiefs and Browns. I have the Chiefs winning this game 31-21. Reason being, I know Cleveland came off a great victory last week against Pittsburgh. They jumped out on them 28-0 and just, kept rolling from there. But I have KC winning this game simply because they're rested, they're fresh, they're getting everybody back healthy at the right time. Patrick Mahomes, he's having another MVP season. Besides just him and Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be one of the names. So he's going to try to make his case for MVP in these playoffs. So I just don't think the Browns, without Odell Beckham and a couple injuries on the offensive line, it's going to be hard to keep up with that freight train in Arrowhead. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for about 350 yards, about 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Also think he might have a couple rushing yards as well. I have Nicole Hartman as my offensive player in the game for this game. I think he's going to have about 12 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he's going to run back a kick return and a punt return, which is going to break the game wide open because he's just that dynamic. They're going to roll coverage to Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, and they still have Clyde Edwards-Helaire if he's healthy, and Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. Both can run the football and catch the football at the backfield as receivers. So, for the Browns to even have a chance, they have to run the football religiously. I'm talking about both their running backs. We need 30 carries and have to go over 120 yards apiece, which I don't see happening because the Chiefs' defense has been playing a lot better. So Steve Spagnuolo's a 2-time winning Super Bowl champion. One with the Giants and just won last year with Kansas City, so he's going to be prepared for that running game. And they have guys like Chris Jones, Frank Clark, David Anatomy. I don't know if I say his name right. Anthony Hitchens, Damian Wilson, Tyrann Mathieu, Jadavius Ward, Juan Thornhill. They say they have some pretty good defenders. They don't get noticed because they have a tremendous offense, but the Chiefs' defense is not nothing to be played with either. So, and Willie Gay Jr. out of Ole Miss, he's a baller, man. So yeah, I just it's gonna be. And I think Baker Mayfield, he's not gonna be able to keep up. He's gonna try to get into a shootout, but then he's gonna turn the football over because when he's at his best is when the run game's going, then play action pass. So but when KC jump out on by 14 points, all that goes out the window. So that's when Baker, is at his worst because he's a turnover machine when he's not being able to feed off the run game. So I got KC 31, Cleveland 21. Like I said, offensive player of the game is gonna be Nicole Hartman. Defensive player of the game, I got Chris Jones with their center and guard man out due to COVID, COVID restrictions and all that good stuff. I think Chris Jones is going to be living in the Chiefs' back for every play. They're not going to be able to have an answer for him. Then, that's going to free up Frank Clark and the rest of those guys. So, they're not going to be able to do nothing with them. And I think Tyrann Mathieu, he's going to patrol the back end. He's going to come down and make tackles. He's going to handle the tight ends, Njoku and Austin Hooper. And like I said, Jadavius Ward, I think he'll be able to hold his own against Jarvis Landry. And Jarius Sneed, he's a pretty underrated corner. He played good this year. I think he'll be able to handle the task of guarding Rashard Higgins. And, so I got KC there winning with a 10-point spread. On Saints and Bucs. This game right here, man, everybody think it's hard to beat a team 3 times. That's a load of crap. Because The Saints had swept the Packers and Panthers in 2017 and beat them again in the playoffs. I get it's two different teams. One had Cam, one has Tom Brady, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. But with that being said, the Bucs don't match up with them. Like the Saints defensive line is just too much. The Bucs offensive line is okay. They're depending on a rookie for Tristan Wirfs, who's played pretty good, to hold off Cam Jordan for 4 quarters. I don't see it. Then on the other side, if Donovan Smith, he's a veteran. He's been around for a long time, but I don't think he's gonna be able to block either Marcus Davenport or Trey Hendrickson, who's up there in sacks. I think he has 10 or more sacks this year. And Demarius Davis, I think he's gonna be able to handle Gronk and those guys. And then Marshawn Lattimore, he just lives rent free in Mike Evans' head. So that's gonna take that out. AB might, he might do a little something because but I think Janoris Jenkins is gonna make life hard for him too. They always compete against each other heavy. C.J. Gardner Johnson is going to be an X factor. He's going to be lined up in a nickel and at safety. So I think he'll be able to handle Chris Godwin. Then you got Malcolm Jenkins and you got Marcus Williams. Two good safeties, man. One's a hitter, one's a ball hawk. So, Brady want to go deep. Those two guys going to be back there. Now, offense, the Saints can run the football. They have Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray. Both of them can run the football. And Taysom Hill, when he comes in, that's a part of their running game too. So, by me being a Raven fan, the Saints use somehow principles with the RPOs with him and, the readouts with Taysom Hill. And they run those two running backs. Kamara can kill you in the run game and in the passing game. He can line up at slot and run routes like a receiver, better than some receivers. Remember that 6-touchdown game against the great Vikings defense? I just don't think the Bucs will be stopped. I love Devin White. I love Devontae David. Shaq Barrett, hometown guy. Shout out to him, Coach Steve's son. He might get a sack maybe, but the Saints have a real good offensive line with Ryan Ramczyk, Tyron Armstead, Cesar Ruiz, Andres Pete, Eric McCoy. All those guys are Pro Bowlers, all pros. So there's not going to be a lot of access to the quarterback. Then you got Jared Cook, a great tight end, Pro Bowl caliber guy. Emmanuel Sanders in the slot. I think he's going to kill all those DBs that the Bucs got. They're not going to be able to do nothing with him. And Michael Thomas, a guy who I've been critical of, but he fits the Saints perfect. He can go across the middle and he can take it deep if he want to. But that's not Drew Brees' strong suit. So I think Mike Thomas is going to take Carlton Davis or Sean Murphy Button to school or Jamel Dean, whoever they put on him. He's going to kill them all. They can't do nothing with him. The Bucs DBs have been the Achilles heel of their defense all year long. Although I like Antoine Winfield Jr., he's going to have his hand full with Jared Cook, man, coming up the same. That's a 6'6" tight end that runs a 4.4. He's been productive everywhere he's been. Saints, Rams, Raiders. Everywhere he's been productive. He's a matchup nightmare. And they still got Trace. I think his name Traquan Smith. That's his name, Traquan Smith. He's a solid receiver. He can come out and have a good game. So I got the Saints winning big here, 45-24. Like I said, they beat them twice pretty bad. And Tampa Bay and in Raymond J Stadium, like I said, it wasn't even close. They just, Sean Payton called the dogs off the second time. It was 38-3. And like I said, the Bucs they mentally can't get past the Saints right now. Just like they couldn't get past the Eagles back in the day. Eventually they did beat the Eagles, but I don't see that happening right now. The Saints got something to prove because the last 2-3 years they've lost in the wild card to the Vikings, or with the infamous, they say Kyle Rudolph pushed off. I don't think so, but they made a fuss about it. Then the year before that, 2018, with the no call, the missed PI that stopped the Saints from getting to the Super Bowl. And in 2017 with the Stephon Diggs Hail Mary. So the Saints have been getting the short end of the stick from the football guard. So they're not going to leave nothing up for chance. I think they're going to go ahead and blow Tampa out and get it out the way. Love Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time, arguably, but they just don't match up with the Saints, and they got to go into that stadium. I think they're going to have about 6,000-7,000 fans. So I think they're going to have the Superdome rocking. Like I said, with Tampa Bay not being to have no healthy running backs and run the ball, that's going to give the Saints defensive line time to tee off and pin their ears back. Cameron Jordan and Trey Hendrickson. And Marcus Davenport and Sheldon Rankins, those guys, and Malcolm Brown, they're going to just eat up front. Like I said, they're going to knock Brady off his spot. And like I said, Marshawn Lattimore, I think he takes Mike Evans out of the ball game once again. So I'm going Overall, Chiefs 31-21. Going Saints 45-25. 45-24, I'm sorry. So everybody, like I said, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button on the side. Scroll up and hit all. I will be making another video either tonight or tomorrow, breaking down the recap of my picks. And Sunday I will be doing a preview of the conference championship games. So everybody, from KTSC Sports Talk with Justin P, just like how the Rams and Bills are going to be after the day, I'm out.